Look at your goofy ass. Dating in New York City. Dating in New York City is tough out here. As you guys know, I live in New York, and we're about to go over these clips about dating in New York City. Dating is in New York City. You have a lot of survival dating. Like rent is crazy expensive here, so you have a lot of people jumping into relationships just to split bills. It's pretty more laid back compared to LA. But when you do go on dates with women, they're always going to ask you, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" That's very important to you. A lot of women out here, some of their goals are to get with a finance bro because they think these guys are simps and they want to be taken care of, and that is a thing here in New York. They want to get a finance bro, and that's just is dating in New York City. That's how it is here. A lot of broke chicks out here too. You got women who got 5, 6 roommates. You know, you got women who are they're struggle dating. They're trying to find a dude to split bills with because New York is so expensive. You got a lot of broke ass artists here. I used to be one of them. A lot of struggling actors, artists who are the brokest out of everyone because artists are the last to get paid. They don't, you really don't get paid for your art like that. So you have a lot of free spirit people here, artsy folks here. And that's it. That's how it is here. Dating in New York is crazy expensive here, man. Especially if you're in Manhattan. To live by yourself, the rent is like $3,000, $4,000 a month just to live by yourself if you don't want roommates. And here in New York, man, you got people who are over the age of 30, 40 years old, still got roommates. You got a 40-year-old dude who's still trying to be an actor and he still has roommates. I think that's one of the reasons why I quit pursuing acting. I wasn't happy pursuing it anymore. Like I said in my previous videos, my first videos, I moved to New York to pursue acting and I gave it 12 years and I quit. I was only on one TV show and it was just, actors are broke, man. Not a lot of actors are really getting it. You have actors who probably booked one TV show and then they're not booking any projects for a year or two, And a lot of people are they think that becoming an actor is going to get them out of poverty. They think they're going to have financial stability, but pursuing acting in the arts, that doesn't give you financial stability at all. You're always going to be out of work. And I was just tired of it. I didn't want to be the over 35, 40-year-old actor still waiting for his dream. So I quit acting and I closed that chapter of my life. But there's a lot of broke artists here in New York. A lot of broke people struggling because it's so expensive here, man. It's so expensive here. Even when I was dealing with my rotation of women, a couple of women who came over to my apartment. Whenever you have a woman who comes to your apartment in New York and she says, "Ooh, this is a nice place. I can see myself here a lot," that means she is looking for a place to stay. Women talk shit about men who are hobosexuals. There are women who are hobosexuals too, who are sleeping on guys' couch, on their friend's couch. They're struggling because they can't pay their rent. And keep in mind, a lot of women got laid off this year and last year because of the mass layoffs. DEI, all those government funding jobs are done. So yeah, that girl who came over to get banged out, she was 23. She was a dancer at the Alvin Ailey Center. That's a big dancing center here in New York. She's a 23-year-old chick, cute chick, 23, dancer, and she was living in a studio with four other gay dancer friends from her dance studio. It's rough out here. It's rough out here in New York. It's just, you can have a lot of women who are doing this survival dating because it's so expensive. A lot of women are getting into relationships because they need help with bills. And then you have the couples here in New York who are just stuck together because they can't afford to break up because they need help paying the rent. They can't afford the full portion of rent without that partner. So you do have a lot of women here and men who are stuck in relationships because it's too expensive here in New York. I told you guys about that Latin chick that hit me up on the dating app. She was living with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend got laid off. She has an art studio in Brooklyn. She wanted me to go to her art studio, bang her out in her office because she can't host at her house because her unemployed boyfriend lives there. And I'm not traveling for pussy, so I didn't do it. And I just thought, like, girl, I'm not about to go to your workplace and bang you out. And no. And she was deep in Brooklyn, so I wasn't gonna go. But yeah, man, it's dating in New York. I just felt like it's not that. I w- it's not that different compared to LA. I just feel like compared to LA, um, we're more laid back here in New York. You don't have to be someone famous or influencer to get pussy or get attention. There's so many laid back, chill people here in New York. We're more real, I would say, compared to LA, because LA is just a facade. It's a lot of fake shit. And I don't know, I guess I consider myself a New Yorker because I've been here for over 12 years. So I moved here. Yeah, man, I moved here in 2013 and I've been here since. So yeah, so let's watch these videos.
You are a true lover, like a true person that loves to love, gives your all. This may not just be the generation for you. I don't know if it's just a thing because I live in New York City, but like everyone is just so toxic. Everybody wants something from someone, whether it's money, whether it's sex, whether it's clout.
Okay, what man would have won sex, you fucking goofball? And you women only want to date niggas with money. You guys treat yourself like prostitutes. Again, she's probably upset due to the competition to get that type of guy she wants. You guys are not dating for free. You want guys to spend their money, time, and attention on you. So you're complaining about a problem that you women created. So let's not go there, shawty.
It's like no one's really looking for a real, genuine connection, right? All the men are going with the flow. They're trying to impress men by dating the same female.
Men are not trying to impress other men. Stop saying that. Y'all keep on saying this goofy shit. Why would we try to impress another man when the main goal is just to get pussy and that's it? That makes no sense.
Like no one's looking for quality partners anymore. And sometimes it leaves me in this like mind state, like, is my husband gonna be in New York? Like, I don't think so, because it's just like the men are weird, they're sassy, they only want to date girls that date other men that have money. Like, it's so weird.
No, she's around weirdos and she's been giving up that pussy for so long. She's been dating all these hood niggas and scammer niggas that beat up that pussy and still they didn't wipe her goofy ass up. And she's complaining about it. She's not happy with the outcome of her life right now. She's getting older and she knows that as she gets older, her options are going to dry. So, yep, she's just upset about that.
The females tend to be more aggressive because men don't know how to put us in our feminine state, because we have to do everything by ourselves now and fend for ourselves emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually. So it's like
financially, keyword financially. She wants a nigga with money and she's mad that she can't get a nigga with money to fund her lifestyle.
And then some females are just bird brains. Like, I used to always wonder, like, oh my God, this girl's so pretty. And then I get to know them and I'm like, makes sense why you don't have a man. Or makes sense why the things, like, you know.
But you don't got no man either. That's why you're on TikTok
complaining. And that goes for both, like men and women. And I just feel like there's not a lot of quality. So I think when people leave the people that they're with thinking that they have options, you are sadly confused. The options are slim pickings. There's nothing out here. It's so hard to find a good person, like, let alone somebody that has money, but a good person.
Key word again, money. She's mad that she can't get a nigga with money. Again, these women are not trying to date you. They only want the lifestyle. She's the type that she gets influenced by what she sees on TikTok and Instagram, seeing these women going on all these trips and spending all this money on bags and designer shit. And her goofy ass thinks that she deserves that lifestyle. If you want that lifestyle so bad, work for it so you can pay it out, pay it on your own. Stop thinking that you got to give up pussy to live this type of lifestyle. Pay it on your own. And she's just upset that she can't compete. She's thick as fuck. She's thick, but she can't compete.
So hard to come by. Somebody that's going to make you feel seen, heard, someone that's going to protect you, someone that's going to be, you can be vulnerable with. Like, these things are so hard to find. And
Her best bet is to get with a hood Dominican dude. That's her best bet. A hood
I
Dominican
used to
dude.
feel for a long time like maybe it was just me, but it's not. And then I also realized the more I work on myself and become a better person for my future husband, the harder it gets to date. Because now my standards are higher. I have more boundaries.
It's funny how when women get older, their standards get higher as they're on their decline. That is some it kills me that your standards get higher as you are on your decline. That makes no sense
I'm
to
more
me.
emotionally intelligent. I'm self aware. And I see all the flaws and a lack in these men when I meet them. So it's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Cut off. So it's like, I don't know. I'm in this limbo, like, but I'm gonna just keep praying and hopefully God sends me the right man, a God-fearing man that is emotionally intelligent. Let me know what you guys, if you guys feel the same way.
Guys, the dating scene is getting so bad in New York City that I am seeing on TikTok there are girls going into Midtown during the week and stealing Finance Bros salads for lunch. And then looking their name up from the salad order on LinkedIn and then messaging them through there and being like, hey, oh my God, so sorry.
Keyword that is the thing here in New York. A lot of women's main goal when they date, they want to date a finance bro because that's where the money is to them.
Grab your salad, like, let me just make it up to you and buy you a new one. And that's how they're like sliding it, which honestly, smart. Why are we stealing men's salads? Like, why can't they just come up to us at a bar? Like, why is it getting to this point? Men, just please step up or your salad's gonna fucking get taken. Your lunch is gonna get taken every week. Like, I'm seeing girls get so creative these days. Like, they're making bracelets with their phone numbers on them and giving them to you guys at the bars. They are taking pictures of you sneakily and then being like, hey, oh my God, making it their phone screen and being like, hey, can you take a picture of me and my friends so you can see that your picture is their home screen. All just different ways to try to talk to you guys because you guys don't come up to us in New York City. And it's crazy. Like, I know there's so many beautiful women. Like, just go up to one of them. Buy them a drink. You guys have money. You live in the city. You can buy a drink. Stop being cheapos.
Dating is
But why would we need to do that when you guys are ran through? That's why men don't need to approach you. You guys are ran through. We only want you for sex. That's it. No man is going to court no woman who's getting up there in age. This woman is decent, okay? But men are waking up. They're holding the line, and they see no value in trying to court these ran through women.
So hard. I don't know how you people do it. I was at a bar yesterday with friends.
You could tell that she's old. She's an older woman. I see one gray hair.
And this happened, and it just happened in front of us, and we're like, yo, really? There was a group of guys, older men that, listen, this was a very nice bar, and the drinks itself, one drink was $30. So there was girls there. They called them over to the table and they started like buying them drinks, order them drinks. Like we saw them ordering them drinks. It's time to go. It's time to pay. We overheard them say, hey, come with us to the after party or whatever. And the girls were like, no, we're going to go home. The bartender gives the girls their bill for their drinks that they did not order. The guys kept ordering for them. And they just looked at each other like, yo, like, and one of the guys was like, oh, I got it. And the other guy was like, no, let them take care of it. And they said it in Spanish, so we understood what they were saying, but the girls did not speak Spanish. And I'm just like, it's tough.
And I respect that. Let them hoes pay for the drinks. That's some New Yorker shit right there, too.
Like, because why are you, like, I feel like chivalry is dead. And no, you don't have to buy drinks for somebody. But if you're offering drinks for somebody, if you're portraying to be this guy that got money or that is, you know, and because a girl.
These guys never portray. They never told these women what they do for a living. They never told them how much money is in their account. You assume that because the nigga was buying you drinks. This is some New Yorker shit because I've done this before. Not to buy a bitch's drink or something, but I went on a date with a chick. This was a long time ago. during the ending of my simp days when I woke the fuck up. I went on a date with this chick, and this chick was from Philadelphia, so red flag there. She told me I guess she was playing around or she was talking slick. She was like, shut up and pay for my drinks. And I looked at her, I got the waiter, I paid for my drinks, and I just left. And she was apologizing. She said, wait, I'm so sorry. That's just how I talk to people. I'm like, bitch, well, you're not going to talk to me like that. So I'm going to remove myself from this, and you have a blessed day. And I left. And throughout the next day, she was blowing up my phone, asking, oh, can we meet up again? I'm sorry. And I did not waste my time with her. I do not tolerate disrespect. And you men should not tolerate that as well. I paid for my drinks, and I left. When women do that, she didn't like me. Because if she liked me, she would have never done that stupid shit to begin with. So I cut it short and just ended it. And she was blowing up my phone the next day. You guys, if you're ever going through any type of disrespect on a date, pay for your shit and leave. Walk away. Do not waste your time trying to talk to this woman. Do not waste your time trying to make this woman respect you and go over your boundaries. No. If she fucks up, pay for your shit and leave. Do not waste your time with her.
Won't go home with you or won't go somewhere else or whatever. You're like, no, and thank God that the girls were like, fine, like, I got it, like, it's fine. But these type of men out there, like, how do you guys do it?
Okay, quick little story time. So over the weekend, I went on a date while in New York with this guy to a place called Red Rooster that's in Harlem. And so
guys, when I first moved here, I used to live in Harlem. Red Rooster ain't that fucking fancy. It's just a bougie-ass restaurant. Everybody knows Red Rooster ain't that fancy. She just probably moved to New York. Red Rooster is a high-end Olive Garden. It ain't that fancy. I've been to Red Rooster plenty of times. It ain't all that. Compared to other spots in Manhattan that got nicer restaurants, it ain't all that fancy. And her ass probably just moved here. This chick's at Red Rooster. Yeah, she just moved to New York.
it was on Saturday. So on Saturday, it snowed. And so this man paid for my Uber because it was like over $100 from where I was staying to Harlem. So he paid for my
If her Uber was over $100, she lives in Jersey or far out of the boroughs. So she don't live in the city if it was $100. But nigga, you paid for her Uber.
Great. We had FaceTime that morning, talked on the phone twice. Vibes were cool. Like, he seemed cool. So anywho, I arrived at Red Rooster, and the vibes in Red Rooster, number one, immaculate. Like, the culture, like, it's so authentic. People were up and dancing. There was jazz. Oh, I just loved it. So he finally showed up. He gives me a little church hug, and I was like, okay, whatever. So then we finally sat down in the back. We're kind of close to the front, but it was like in the middle section. And he was like, I really want to sit at the bar. And I was like, okay. So he got up like twice to go check and see if he could find seats at the bar. Couldn't find any seats. So we ended up.
Yo, do finance bros date these type of women? Do finance bros date these type of women? Do tech guys date these type of women? Let me know in the comments.
Ordering some appetizers just to get started. I looked at him and I was like, hey, how was your day today? And he was telling me about his day. And I was like, I wonder what else is in the area that we could walk to afterwards, because I've never been to Harlem like that. So I looked at my phone, and then all of a sudden I hear him say, I just feel like the vibes are off and you're not giving me enough attention, and I'm going to leave. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? So I didn't.
That's some true New Yorker shit. We do shit like this in New York. It ain't Atlanta. It ain't Houston when niggas is kissing your thick ass. We do shit like this in New York. We will leave your ass right at the bar, at the table, at the play place at McDonald's. We will leave your ass right there and keep it going.
Fine. I said, okay. And he got up and he left. And I was just like,
That's a king. Hey, bro, the finance bro, nigga. Good shit.
Really been sitting there for 10 minutes. The waiter came up to me after he had left, and he was like, is everything okay? And I was like, I guess not. He said I wasn't giving him enough attention. And I'm just thinking, did you need me to sit in your lap? Like, what did you...
Don't take her word for it. Ask that nigga what really went down, because women like to tell half truths. She was probably doing some dumb shit. This dude paid for her Uber, which was $100 to get to the spot. Ain't no way he's gonna leave her goofy ass over something so little. She was probably doing some shit she ain't have no business doing because she's used to doing dumb shit in Atlanta, Houston, Alabama, Tennessee, wherever the fuck she from. And she knew that we don't play that shit here in New York City.
Want me to do? Like, we literally just sat down. Weird.
This is everything I learned after dating for 4 months in New York City. I want to start by saying that I dated all different types of men, all different types of ages. I don't discriminate and I don't have a certain type. I just give a man a chance if I feel like there might be a connection there, and I'm very quick to cut it
She do got to
off if I find out that I was wrong. So that said, let me break down exactly everything I learned after dating for 4 months in New York City. The first thing I learned is that these men will waste your time. So I learned to start asking very specific questions very early on so I could determine what type of man I was talking to. And if he gave me answers that I didn't like or I didn't align with, I was very quick to cut him off. The second thing I learned is that a lot of them will flex with the type of dates that they take you on like they have money, but if you actually ask them for money, they can't give it to you because they don't have it. So I learned to not be impressed by any type of date, and obviously New York City is very different than Toronto, so a lot of the experience.
And guys, I want to tell you something. What you need to start doing in 2026, if you're taking these women on dates, do this, please. Please. It'll save you enough time and energy. When you're sitting down at a table with a woman, you ask her, hey, thank you so much for coming. Can you pull up your Credit Karma? I just need to just check your credit score. If she got a credit score below 700, you leave right there. You got women with a credit score of 480 telling you what the fuck they ain't gonna do. Look at her credit score. If she's got bad credit, you don't need her. I went on a date with a girl. This girl told me, this was a long time ago, this woman had 10 credit cards, she told me. 10 credit cards. Look at that credit score.
That I had were new to me and I was impressed, but I realized that I had to act like I wasn't, like I had to act like it was normal for me. I'm not a good actress. I prefer to be authentic all the time, and so if I feel like a man is trying to impress me with a date and that's it, he doesn't really have anything else to offer me, then I am quick to cut him off, and that's what I ended up doing most of the time. The third thing I realized is to not get emotionally attached to any man, because one thing about New York men is they will be in love with you one day and they will ignore your entire existence the next. So at the first sign of inconsistency, I dropped them. I was able to do that easily because I did not get emotionally attached. Fourth thing I realized is that all of them have a roster whether they admit it or not. So
women have a roster as well. You're not innocent, sweetheart. I'm pretty sure she has a roster too. The nigga that hits it, that don't gotta pay, and the nigga that always has to spend money on her. Women are never single.
If I have the slightest inclination that I am on a rotation, I drop the guy I'm talking to. That's why I've been single despite dating for 4 months, because none of these.
And for 4 months, do you really think she ain't fucking somebody within those 4 months? She's got a nigga that she's fucking just as friends with benefits. I've had female friends before, and they told me straight up, they got a nigga that they're fucking even though they're going on dates. I've been the other guy. Women have that one dude who's hitting it raw behind closed doors, hitting it raw while she is going on dates, hitting it raw. Mr. Raw, that's his name. Women have Mr. Raw in the back when they are on these dates, when these guys, a nigga that's hitting it raw while she's getting to know these simps.
They're satisfied with one girl. But unfortunately, I haven't met one man, let alone two, that can satisfy me. So my roster is currently empty. And the last thing I learned is that they are focused on getting one thing and one thing only. Can you guess? Yeah, I'm sure you can. And if you say no to them, they flip a switch on you. So I kind of learned to gauge which guys I should be direct with when it came to whether or not I wanted to sleep with them, and which guys I would try to like avoid being direct with and just go home and then not text them again. Because some situations got really messy really quickly. I won't go into detail about that, but basically they're gonna do all this, put on a show, spend money on you, take you out, whatever, so they could try to sleep with you. And if you say no, yeah, good luck. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay single.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. If you're not giving them sex, you think a man's gonna be waiting for you to give it up? No, he's gonna go to the next one, which I advise any guy. If you can't get the pussy on the first date, she don't like you. If she's on her period, she don't need to be going on no fucking first date. If you can't get it on the first date, she don't like you. But guys, this is what it's like dating in New York City. It's competition everywhere, man. Competition everywhere. But let me know what you think in the comments, all right? I'll holla at y'all. Peace.